All right, guys. So our next quick topic here, though, I wanted to make a note on real quick is just the other day. I believe Rick, you sent. When did you see this again, Rick?
That was yesterday,
You
I
sent
think.
this yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because The Rock actually posted I'm guessing it was something on his Instagram. Here is what the article from Screen Rant is listing here. I couldn't find the actual thing on Screen Rant, but Rick screenshot and sent it to me because The Rock. Maybe if I just followed The Rock on Instagram, I would have seen this.
True.
I don't really get on social media all that much, so I don't know if I would have seen it to begin with. But either way, he posted this picture, and you can see in the background here, he had the script for Black Adam sitting there. And I thought this was kind of fitting and a bit curious and interesting because it was just the other day that we were discussing Shazam 2 going back into production, and I was like, well, where the hell is this Black Adam thing going? Because he was, The Rock was cast and announced for this like 9 years ago. Didn't know what to expect. Then Fandom hits, and it's like, oh, cool, you're not just getting Black Adam, you're getting the JSA. And I'm like, sign me up for this movie now, because it was so many question marks before. But then once you throw in freaking Dr. Fate, I'm going to watch the movie no matter what. I mean, I was going to watch the movie no matter what to begin with, let's be honest. But I'm actually like super stoked for this, and this is just making me hope that they're going to be starting production soon, I would imagine. Because I don't know what else he would post this tease for. Like, other than to just let people know, like, it's still happening.
Yeah.
It's still going.
We're still doing it.
But I don't know. I'm hoping that this is more significant and is leading more towards maybe they're actually like going into production soon. Because if I remember correctly, they were supposed to be going into production in July. I remember July. I don't know if it was this July or last July, and it got delayed. I can't remember which.
Just keeps getting delayed, I feel like.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the movie.
But there's a script. I mean,
they got the script.
Yeah.
And they were already doing during the DC Fandom. They said they were doing screen tests, or like, did they say? Because The Rock was saying he was doing stuff with the kid who was playing Atom Smasher. Like, was he insinuating that they had done some filming, or was that like pre stuff? You remember? Like, he wasn't very clear on it. I just remember him saying stuff. And I know he was like talking about the training he was doing for it. Maybe it was just screen testing. So I don't know. Either way, I'm excited. I'm just glad that it's still happening. I'm just hoping again that this means it's coming soon, like starting soon.
And there's been more talk and more discussion and more, for lack of a better way to put it, reveals or at least hints at it like this in the past 5 to 6 months than there had been in the previous 6 years combined.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that even though the ramping up seems to be happening slowly, it is actually ramping up. And so, hopefully in another 3 to 4 months, we'll hear that they are, starting production. By the end of the year, we'll actually have either some promo images, if not a trailer, a look at it. So,
yeah, I mean, it was what, May? Shazam 2 is what the story was before. I think
the start date for filming.
Yeah, so I mean, July would make sense for Black Adam if they want to, because I imagined, I don't know if this is ever confirmed, but in my head, I'm thinking that they wanted them to come out close to each other, because I feel like they're probably going to have some sort of tie-in in some way, and not a direct like. Well, maybe a direct. I could see Black Adam actually appearing in a post-credit scene because we know the Black Adam movie based on what The Rock was, just what we saw at DC Fandom about it, that it's going to be a period piece of some kind. I mean, we got the JSA there. I think it's probably going to be like the 80s or something. That'd be my guess. Maybe even earlier than that. I don't know for sure. But I could see a post-credit scene for Shazam featuring the Black Adam character, since he was kind of teased in the post-credit scene or deleted scene of the first Shazam movie.
I was looking it up while you were talking there. It looks like Black Adam is still scheduled to be released December of 2021. Okay. That doesn't make it. There's no way, though, right? There's no way they film it and get it out by the end of this year.
If they start in July, 6 months to film, that would be done in January, February of
of 2022.
2022. So
Yeah.
no, I
There's
highly
no way
doubt
they
it.
hit 2021 as a release date.
Yeah, they would have had to have already filmed the movie and been doing post production at this point.
Yeah.
They would have had to have just finished, and then maybe they could get it done with, 7 months of post production. That would make sense. But as far as we know, and as
So
far as this image
maybe
is concerned, they haven't filmed
2022
anything.
it could come out, which would make more sense because Shazam 2 is listed as coming out in 2023. So if you get Black Adam in 2022, the end of 2022, and then you get Shazam early summer 2023, they're close. They're at least released within like 4 to 5, 6 months of
Mhm.
each other.
Yeah, that makes me think that is the old release date because they were supposed to start production in July. So my guess is it was July 2020 it was supposed to start production, and that got delayed because with a July 2020 release, December 2020 or July 2020 start date, that would make sense for a December 2021 release date. That's plenty of time. That's on
Yeah.
track. But
Okay.
there's no way, obviously, now. There's absolutely no way. Unless this is like a 30-minute movie. So they can get filming done in like 3 weeks. Like I don't see it happening
Yeah,
otherwise. That's
I don't see
insane.
that.
So that has to be the old release date for it. Which is a shame because, I mean, it's been like 9 years and I still haven't seen The Rock in a damn Black Adam costume, let alone
Right.
anything. That's one thing. Do you think that's an interesting thing that we haven't really talked about? Because obviously for Zach Levi, he did buff up a little bit, but the Shazam outfit was obviously a muscle suit.
Yeah.
I wonder. The Rock doesn't need that. So like, I'm
I
curious.
was gonna say he won't have to get in shape.
Yeah, like he's already got that. So I'm curious what if his suit is just gonna be a recolored version of Shazam's because that's essentially what it always was, or if it's gonna be like a little different, a little edgier looking. 'Cause it'll definitely be probably a little bit more sleek and slimline
Mhm.
because the Rock doesn't need a muscle suit,
No.
so he has that benefit. You could just put him in a freaking Under Armour outfit and like just put the logo on it, and it's like, well, there you go.
Dude's huge.
Yeah, I mean, there he is. Like it's Black Adam. So I'm hyped for it though. You guys got anything else to add to it? I just want to see the damn movie. I'm actually curious about Dr. Fate more than anything because I love Dr. Fate.
Wikipedia
do.
Wikipedia does reference a article that said the film is the scheduled release date for Black Adam has been pulled. The film is currently unscheduled due to COVID-19 panic after previously having been set for December 2021. So we don't even have a release date for it yet. So yeah, hopefully we'll hear that they're actually filming it, and then once that starts, then I think they'll probably set the new release date.
Well, and that's why I was like worried that like who knows when this thing is going to come out because The Rock is so busy.
Oh god.
It's like
you
when
mentioned
when The Rock has his scheduled time to do stuff, that it's scheduled like that's his time. Like
Yeah.
he goes project to project to project. He's got all his Under Armour stuff he does. He works out constantly. Like literally the hardest working man in Hollywood. Like and he's the most paid man in Hollywood too.
Yeah.
Like because he works more than anybody else. Like
Yeah.
Good for him though.
yeah, dude, props. He's a great guy too. So
Yeah.
from what I understand, I've never met him, but all the stories I've heard, he's a great guy. So everything I've read, man. So yeah, I just want the damn thing to come out. He's like he's a better actor than people give him credit for, and I think people have kind of came around to that just based on him being like literally the most successful man in Hollywood at this point. But he has some pretty decent acting chops, and I hope Black Adam can like let him like lean into that a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
I think you're right. I think a lot of people have come. I think anybody that thinks that he's not a great actor or not even a good actor is probably basing that off of if they saw him in like the first what was it, the third Mummy movie
Scorpion
or the
King.
Scorpion King.
Yeah.
You know, when he first tried his hand at. But like you said, he's so hardworking. I think he's put in the work and made himself into just a phenomenal actor, in my opinion.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
John Cena, another WWE alum who has made his way over, he's doing the same thing. Like he's getting better and better and better. He strives in the comedy section. Like
Yeah.
John
Yep.
Cena, like he's got great comedic timing. But I
Yep.
mean, if he keeps working and working, and now he's got his own HBO Max show for Peacemaker and stuff. So like he's following in his footsteps, man.
For sure.
Like And they're both super hardworking dudes. John Cena's works just as hard. Like, so
Yeah.
I'm excited for both those. Both
I think
Peacemaker and
a
that.
lot of people don't give them don't I don't know what the right phrasing I want to use is, but they think that they're not good actors because they come from wrestling.
Yeah, and
And
the
I
acting is very
actually
like,
think,
meh. Yeah.
sure, it's over the top and it's
Mhm.
bombastic and stuff, and but I do think it at least gives them a leg up off of a nobody that just comes in off the street and has never had any acting or done any acting before in their life. I think that there's some of that stuff that does translate over. It's just a matter of toning it down and refining and honing the skills that they developed in their wrestling performances. And
Yeah.
obviously, like you said, John Cena and The Rock have been able to make that transition very successfully.
Yeah. I mean, even Batista too. He's
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
good
yeah,
with the
that's
comedic
right.
timing,
Yep.
just like John Cena is for sure.
At
And
the
he gets
core of
better and
it,
better and better. Like he's
wrestlers.
do
Oh, go
what?
ahead. No, I'm sorry.
No, what were you saying?
I was just saying, like at the core of it, wrestlers are actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's a
Exactly.
It's a different
thing.
kind of
Yeah, it's
acting,
more
but-
like it could be harder in a lot of ways because it's like stage performing because
It
it's
really
all
is.
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Most
Yep.
of it's live. They have their pre-filmed stuff, but I mean, they got to go out every night in front of thousands of people.
yeah,
And like, yeah, they're over the top, so they can get away with some real cheesy stuff here and there. But in the end, it's still like it's a different line of work on a lot of levels, but it's very similar in that. But
Well, you made a
Batista
great point
freaking
about calling out Batista because, like, honestly, I forgot for a minute that he was even a wrestler to begin with. Like, I
Right.
just
Yeah.
think of him as the actor that he is now. And The Rock, and I was watching The Rock when he was a wrestler, and
Yeah,
same.
my experience with John Cena was very heavily influenced from when he was a wrestler. So that's I do think of them naturally as that I know where that they come from, but as far as Batista, I never had a strong wrestling connection with him. It wasn't until he became an actor. So yeah,
yeah.
it's interesting that way.
Yeah, and he got his role in Blade Runner 2049, albeit small, was his first actual like dramatic work, really, and he
Yeah.
did great. Like so it's like when they get the right director and the right like script and like they're good. I mean, Denis Villeneuve brought Batista back because he did Blade Runner 2049, but he brought him back and he's in Dune. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
so I mean, Denis was obviously able to get some good stuff out of him. So like so I'm excited to see him in Blade Runner or not Blade, but Dune now too. Like, so yeah, I'm happy for them all, man, because they all deserve more. I know like The Rock obviously gets a ton of credit at this point, but like wrestlers, I think you can get some credit. Really, you give them the right chance, the right director, they can do some
Don't
really
sleep
good
on
work. Yeah, you don't sleep on 'em, for sure. You can't see John Cena as it is half
No.
the time, so like it is what it is.
He could be in the room right now.
Right, he very well could be. He could be right there by your Grogu, there, man.
Oh God.
The question is, guys, what do you think about this, or do you think that this kind of indicates that The Rock is indeed going to be filming this Black Adam movie soon, maybe within the next 2 years, that we could actually see Black Adam? That's what I'm hoping. But let us know what you think down in the comment section below.